Alright, so this is just checking the volume levels for this. Might need to actually Okie dokie, so this is the cosplay that I made, and let's make it a little bit more complete. So this is just to show off the cosplay as well as to kind of demonstrate some of the pole techniques that we will be kind of going over in general for the stream. So just going to kind of do a bit of a walk around, then a roundabout, up, and we can go back and forth, mountain up, all right, so, okay, yeah, the stage is a little bit unstable. Well, not unstable, but it does have sort of a bit of creak to it. And let me go ahead and post that I'm live and let folks know. And here we go here. All right, so has been a little while, and the pole has gotten some sweat on it from just general use as well as oil from my hands. That is something that's unavoidable, even with the grip aids that can be put on to your hands. You still need to make sure that you wipe down and clean off the poles. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is that the poles, depending on what finish you can get a stainless steel, you can get a chrome, you can also get a, let me actually see about renaming, because I think that the stream is mislabeled. But let me go ahead and see about, no, I did rename it, didn't I? Okay, so go here. Let's take a look over at the channel and let's just see how things are going. So go here and okay, yep. Let's take a look over at the channel and let's just see how things right. So let's get back up and running here. There we go. Okay, so that's the view. You're good there. So, yep. And you'll probably notice from time to time where I go off, well, grab something from off camera and then wipe my hands down. This is not lotion. This is actually a grip aid. It's called Dry Hands. There are other grip aids as well. There's Girly Grip, there's Dew Point, there's ITAC, there's Tight Grip, and there are other grip aids that you can use to make sure that your hands are nice and grippy, because you can sometimes end up where the pole and your hands are going to just slip right on down. Now, you can also get different grip aids for use on your legs and body parts. No, nothing like that. It's going to be the side where you need to grip. It's also going to be under your arm that you need to grip, your shoulder sometimes as well. So there are going to be various grips that you're going to want to use. Some of the ones for the use on the body, again, ITAC, as well as the use of another product called, oh Lord, I'm blanking right now. Firm Grip Spray, which is really super tacky. It will get you where instead of your leg going like straight down, it will actually allow you to grip and go up. It will also help with being able to grip the pole with your legs for, say, a sit. Now, I will say that there are other grip aids and whatnot that you can use. Some people even just use like alcohol to wash their hands, and that can sometimes help. Other people will need to use other aids to make sure that they're able to grip properly. Some people even have gloves that they use that are silicone based and they will help really stick. Now, unfortunately, those gloves will stick to the pole and you won't be able to really go anywhere. You'll be stuck. So that is something that you do have to keep in mind. So again, the grip aids are really helpful for doing some of the more advanced tricks because, I mean, you can use a grip aid to make sure that your hand's sticky when you're doing like a basic roundabout, because if you're slipping around and you're doing like a wide roundabout where you just go around, if I didn't have grip on my hand, I probably would have slipped off or at least slowed down a little bit because I didn't want to fly off. There are other techniques that you'll use and need to make sure that you're gripping properly. There are various types of hand grips that you can use. This is going to be your more basic one, which is called a half bracket. You can also do a full bracket. You can do a split grip. You can do what's called a twisted grip as well. And there's even a claw grip, which, while it looks weird and insecure, it can help with getting you into some of the more flashy looking tricks. For example, you can go and use a claw grip and go up and then down. You can also use the claw grip to do flips. Unfortunately, it's been forever and a day since I've done any flips, and that will probably end in heartbreak and heartache if I were to attempt a flip. Now, the grip aids and the various types of grips are really good for doing different techniques, but you will see me go off screen and off camera from time to time and reapply grip to either my hands or, like, say, for example, I were doing something where I needed to climb, and I will put something on my shin. Since I am wearing shoes, normally you'll see a lot of people do barefoot technique, and that's fine. You can also do heels. You can do even like shoes. It just is, there are limitations to what you can actually do. For example, you won't really see me be able to do much climbing when I'm wearing shoes because I have no real grip on my feet, so I can't really climb up. And also, I'm in a rather small ceilinged area, so I'm not going to be able to climb all the way up and then do like a really advanced trick, which is one of the drops. But for the time being, until I maybe get someplace that's got a higher ceiling, this is going to be the best that we're able to do. I may even be able to at some point do like an outdoor one, because the stage that I have does have a pole that goes up 10 feet, as well as another additional extension that would let me go all the way up to like 12 to 15 feet in the air. Most regulation is going to be like 10 feet. So you're not going to really see too many poles that are going to be like way, way up there. Now, that being said, just going to go over again some of the more basic spins and techniques just to sort of, I guess, demonstrate off what the stream can have and whatnot. So eventually, I hope to maybe get enough of an audience where they'll watch me play the games, and then if they tip, then they can have a trick broken down for them, and sort of a 50-50 kind of thing where I will other days just do a pure cosplay poll instruction. So the interesting thing is most pollers do one side or the other predominantly. I've been working on alternating sides just so I'm training both sides, because it used to be I was just like, oh hey, right spin, right spin, right spin, pirouette. But that can just end up with one of your arms looking like Quagmire's in that one episode of Family Guy where he discovers the internet, and it's like, oh, hey guys, what day is it? But yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid, as well as when you become more advanced, you will want to train both sides just so you have things that are a little bit more even, and you can do tricks instead of just like, oh hey, I'm going to go into a blind hand grab and then go into a pirouette spin, and they look identical because you did them both on the same side. That can be pretty boring and also take off points for you, because I mean you're using the same shape and you're also doing the same side. So you will see me actually try to alternate which sides I'm actually going to be using while going into the spins and demonstrating the different techniques that are used for them and different combinations. Again, real basic combo is going to be to do the roundabout into a pirouette. Now, since I moved my screen back, I can actually go and do that without collapsing and falling into my green screen, because the first time that I was doing a stream, I was pretty much like, right here is where the screen was, so doing a pirouette was like, where it was really kind of choppy looking. But as you can probably tell, now I'm able to do a more open pirouette where I'm not going to smack into either my lighting, my green screen, or anything that can result in tragedy. Anyhow, that's enough of a quick poll breakdown, as well as a real quick test of the new microphone setup that I have, just so I can continue talking when doing the different poll techniques and showing that off in between the actual gameplay and whatnot. So again, hopefully that helps with the testing, as well as sort of giving a more breakdown of what the stream will actually kind of consist of. So let's see here. We've got a couple viewers, so hi there. And yeah, my name's Trixie, and I am going to stop blathering and hopefully play a little bit of Resident Evil Village. I'm just going to be on for maybe another 20 minutes or so, but just wanted to do a quick breakdown, show off the general poll, and again, I'll be playing games as well as demonstrating and talking through as an instructor for pole. Obviously, I'm not going to be teaching anything to you, just sort of giving people more of an idea of what the pole sports actually are, because there is the stigma about polling in general, and I hope to possibly get the general view of it to change, because honestly, it's pretty hard to really enjoy being a pole enthusiast or instructor nowadays because of how many like shadow bans and different issues that can arise. So that's sort of a quick breakdown of that, but just because there are some more viewers, I will actually show off a little bit more of an advanced trick, as well as to see what's going on with the... Hi, thanks for the follow, Pink9. But yeah, just to demonstrate, and also I missed the other name, but thank you also for the follow. To again kick things off, I'm going to do a little bit more of an advanced technique just to sort of show off what can happen on the stream, as well as demonstrate again a more advanced technique. So got the basic roundabout pirouette. Now this is going to be one that ends up in me being upside down. So yep, Resident Evil Village. I will be playing that for about 15 minutes or so. I was on earlier and playing it. I do cosplay, and I also do pole. So again, 50-50. It's going to be both. It's more of an edutainment channel where I'll do some gameplay and then again expand on the concept and ideas of the pole sports in general. So one of the things is this technique will end up with me upside down, so hopefully I don't flip my wig, because that would be bad. And also, hopefully the microphone stays on. But this is what's called a basic invert. It's one of the techniques that you'll find more in level 2, and here we go. So you want to make sure that you're gripping in a baseball grip, and you want to make sure that the pole is gripped in your armpit. So between those two, that is going to give you I'm going to actually pole when not playing, but also play in between. It's going to be kind of funny. I'm going to play for a little bit, and then when we get to like a lull or something, or if people want to see some of the techniques, I'm more than willing to just go from sitting here playing the game to the pole. So again, make sure that there's grip aid on your hands, and then I mean, technically, I could go into, say, what's called a Remy sit, where you're basically sitting up here and just kind of hanging out on the pole playing this, but this does hurt my feet. I could also go, and you'll see, I could play it. I'd have to flip my monitor like upside down, or do a Control-Alt up arrow or down arrow to flip the screen 180, and just play it like from where I'm going to be in just a moment. So this is a basic invert. Again, I could play, and I can even see the stream this way, and you can even go into, say, what's called a outside leg hang, and I am slipping down. But that is... How long can I hold the upside down position? If I'm using like a grip spray on my leg, I could, in theory, hold it for several minutes and just be whoop, upside down, play for a little while, get confused, and yeah. But yeah, that's again one of the more advanced, well, not advanced, but intermediate techniques that you'll see on stream. Um, Not gonna pull like one of those. Um, kind of. It's actually based on the same material that is used for, say, violins with the bow, as well as Gorilla Glue my thighs. That would end, well, the way that it feels, it does feel like you do have Gorilla Glue on your thighs when you're hanging there and then you start coming down. The funniest thing is that, like, for the sits and whatnot, you can definitely spray your inner thigh, but if you start sliding down, you will be leaving glue and, well, grip and skin along with it. So, um, but yes, the firm grip spray and what I've actually got, which is very similar to it, use rosin, which is the same thing that dancers use on their feet to make sure that they're not sliding all over the place, as well as what violinists put on their bowstrings to actually be able to play and make the violin strings vibrate. Streamers get glued to pole. Um, yeah, and they're... Let's see here. One of the more interesting shapes that one would not want to get glued in because of how bendy you have to be would be what's called the ballerina. Mine is really bad because I have very poor flexibility. I need to actually like rip my spine out and replace it with a spring, but that's going to look like this. But yeah, I've actually been polling for about 3 years now. I'm certified to instruct. So again, this is somewhat of a hybrid of education and entertainment. So going with the idea of edutainment. So now I'm going to real quick mute the lavalier that I've got on and then go to the desk mic, and then I'll play for a couple of minutes and we'll see how far I get. Hopefully it doesn't freeze like it did last time. Oh, I will actually re-upload some earlier parts of this, um, because I did try streaming earlier, and I one completely forgot to turn on the game capture until about halfway through. So that's actually going to be like the first stream of our retry stream, the first one that I put up. But it is a really fun game. It's definitely built in the sort of RE engine that they used for Resident Evil 7. As well as being a pole nerd, I'm also a bit of a Resident Evil and Silent Hill nerd, so I've got a lot of weird random facts and lore. Oh, hey, Tessie, thank you. So, yep. Here, just to recap, Ethan Winters ended up surviving Louisiana. He moved in with his wife. Ooh, drunk croissant. Croissant is now following. Thank you. Thank you so much. So Ethan ended up going to Europe because he wanted to get away from the States where all of that crazy stuff went down in Resident Evil 7. He and his wife Mia had a daughter named Rose, and then Chris Redfield ended up murking his wife and stealing his daughter. So, no, this is not a knife run. I just had that because I was running through. Okay. Woo. Treasure. Always fun. Okay, so one of the things that I noticed and other people have as well, some of the earlier parts in the castle do have a tendency to freeze, so if I do end up like freezing, it is not your connection most likely. It's probably me, where the stream ended up freezing because of the game. Usually I will try to get back within a couple of minutes. It happened earlier. I didn't come back earlier because I actually completely forgot to eat anything substantial. And I actually do have work in a little bit, so I will be popping off in a little bit, probably around 10 to 8, so probably just have another 10, 15 minutes worth of me playing. So, got some more treasure, and all these bodies. So, yes, Ethan then went to a mysterious village because the transport that he was in crashed, and then he was chased off by some werewolves, and then got into this castle. He was chased through a bit of a weird maze by a bunch of the werewolves, and now here are a bunch of random kind of vampire-like creatures, as well as the daughters of Lady Dimitrescu. And Lady Dimitrescu's wife. So now I'm in the cellar of Castle Dimitrescu, and apparently they make wine here. Not wine like the vampires call blood, but actual wine that they might actually end up supplementing with blood. But, yes, got stuff. Now, get more stuff. And just gonna wander around. And I'll actually, again, upload a replay through of some of the first parts of this, because I did end up where I was recording, but not actually recording the game. So that will be up. I'll probably have maybe a after I edit it, post it on like YouTube, or I might even just restream that first little bit. But I will continue playing through. Normally I'll be available and playing through this game earlier in the day. Today was just a really late start, and then without eating I just got really delayed. But thank you all for showing up and seeing what's what. Eventually, again, my aim is to have it where from time to time I will be polling between playing. Not going to do like what some of the other streamers might do of, oh hey, yeah, tier 3s, they can have me do, different techniques. It's kind of a, anyone is welcome to ask for, say, a demonstration or possibly do bits for the more advanced tricks. But obviously, since I'm only just starting out as a streamer, I don't have access to bits, so we'll just figure out how it goes moving forward. So I do say a lot. I'm sorry about that, but it's just one of the things that happen.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down. To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
So, as you noticed, during cutscenes, I am going to be quiet just because want everyone to be able to experience the full experience of the game, mainly because I am also experiencing it all the way through, too. But I will read rather than just expect people to read what's on the stream. We were all called by Mother Miranda to decide the fate of the child's father. Just thinking of that family meeting makes me shudder. To think I'm treated like a sister to those miscreants. Especially Heisenberg. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners if they slapped him in the face. I would have sliced him to ribbons if Mother hadn't stopped me. Why? Why does she treat me the same as them? She gave me this castle, obedient daughters, everlasting life, did she not? Am I not her favorite? Am I not special? I need a drink. And that reminds me, everyone, make sure that you're hydrating, because earlier there was someone here on stream, and they weren't hydrating, and they thought that they had, sort of a fugue moment for a little bit. So definitely stay hydrated and make sure that you're eating properly. Rose, and rather.
Where are you?
All that jazz. And even though I am in the Dimitrescu chambers, I do not have the key for it. So let's go ahead and mix some stuff up. And okay, let's go with another one of those, and just one of those, and two of these. Oh, it's locked from the other side. Okay. Can't really go there. Can't go back either. So where? Ah. Now I have the Dimitrescu key.
Oh, shit.
There you go. All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell do...
You ungrateful, selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man-hands on my daughters! And now you even try to steal my property! How dare you! hunt you, and I will break you!
Go ahead, do your worst.
Okay, and let's just explore a little bit, but I will be jumping off in just a moment. So, thank you everyone who's viewing, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more consistent schedule, because again, today was just a weird bit of a mess, but I plan on hopefully streaming again. Possibly not this weekend, because I've got actually stuff to do at the studio, so I will be pulling the day away, both Saturday and Sunday. But I'll be back on hopefully Monday, maybe around 3 o'clock. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for the follow, Tessie, and thank you as well, Pink, and Isam, and Drunk Croissant. And just because I won't have the mic on, but just because everyone decided to show up, I'll do another invert.